Welcome U8 NC Youth Academy coaches. Here we are with our final installment of our training session plans that we've looked at during this fall season. And hopefully this final session will round out some topics for you, and you'll think about, as it relates to the timing and length of your season, where you can double back or where you can reinforce some of these topics and sessions, whether it's through the less challenging, more challenging, or just flat out repeating the entire session again. So hopefully this helps. And again, this is our last installment here as we look at our U8 4v4 players. And we are going to think about how we defend, but more importantly, how we prevent the other team from scoring. The tangible player actions that we're going to try to attempt to measure are going to be stealing the ball, protecting the goal if we can't do that, and then staying compact, working with our friends. So in our game over here, we work south to north with our graphics, and we've got our blue team defending a single goal and our small-sided versus the opposition, the red team. So we're thinking about where the goal is located, where the danger areas, and what you can do to stop the attack or stop the attackers. When can we steal the ball? How can we steal it? If we can't do that, how can we work with our friend? And then how and where do we go to defend the goal? And as we move into our practice phase, our deliberate practice, we've got our core, less, and more challenging activity. So for the core activity, we're going to play a 2v2 game to an end line. So we have one player starting on the field and one player entering the game from the side. The Reds simply carry on into the space, and they're trying to score on a goal here, whereas our target team, if we win the ball, we recover, we're going to an end zone. And that's the objective here, to prevent the opponent from scoring. To make it more successful or less challenging for our team that we're working with, we would just transition to a 1v1 here. So again, end zone with a goal. And if we want to make it most challenging or more challenging, it's still going to be a 2v2, but our second player here is going to start off the field, and they're going to enter as if they were recovering. So then we bring in the idea of how do we defend the goal, how do we delay or stop the opponent, and we're still having 2v2 in this space. And all of that transitions to the test, to the final play phase, where we're thinking about how we can apply this in a game setting. You want to set up a full field based on space availability, numbers of players, and staff. We're using a specific formation. We're playing laws of the game. The keywords we're weaving in are going to be stealing the ball, making compact, trying to outnumber them. And the things that we want to have our players think about or identify in our check for understanding at the end is where they can move to prevent the other team from going forward. Who can help the defender near the ball or nearest the ball? When do they help? And then what should you do if you win the ball back? We always want to weave in the idea of going forward or going into transition. And we're going to grow as a coach through reflection. And this is going to be how we couch or put in context our objective. Did we address that? Did we do it well, or what did we do well? What could we do better? And then the entirety of the session, as we move through each stage and progression, is going to be balanced out by the application of the 5 elements. And that'll tell us whether we're in the right spot in terms of the core, less, or more challenging activity. And that will also help us understand our players' needs in the deliberate play 1 and then the final play 2. Thanks.